Hi, and good morning, everyone. This is Richard, your teacher, for showing you how to integrate some of Google's technology with your smart devices. And in today's short tutorial, I'll be showing you how you can use Google Picasa, which is a product for managing photos and videos, and how you can synchronize that with your smartphone or with your digital camera so you can manage whatever pictures and videos that you take in a very easy and efficient way. So to start here, if you already haven't installed it, you can go and get Picasa from Google. So I actually have it already installed, and I went to get it from my applications folder. So you can see if I scroll down a little bit here, Picasa is right there. And all I did to make it as a convenient access on my navigation bar, I just simply dragged it down this way and it made a shortcut for me. But since it's already done, I'll just close that up. And let's go ahead and launch Picasa, which I'm doing for the first time here. So as always, when you're installing software for the first time, you'll be given the terms of service and how the product will be used and how you should be using it when you agree to say, I agree. What's important here is you want to make sure that whatever pictures and video that you're putting up there is entirely yours and that you have the rights to be able to promote and use it there. Otherwise, you don't want to get in trouble from third-party companies saying that you're in breach of their privacy policies. Okay, so after you've taken the time to go through all of this, you go right ahead and you click on I agree, and it's going to launch Picasa. As you can see, it might launch a browser and it will give you information about the new features they have in the version that has been recently released. In this case, version 3.9. And they're talking about how you can share to your Google Plus, which is a similar product to Facebook, where it's a social media site for being able to share your photos and life story with friends, and how you can share your information from Picasa directly to Google Plus using their tool. So I'll just minimize this here for now, and I'll continue on here. So if you already have a lot of pictures on your computer, Picasa will search the document folders that usually contain pictures. In this case, it's documents, pictures, desktop. In the case for Mac, it'll be on your iPhoto library. If you're doing this on Windows, you might see this under My Documents, My Pictures, and your desktop. Otherwise, you can say, well, search my whole computer for pictures, and this will go through all the different folders on your hard drive and find whatever pictures are there. Seeing that this is what I want to avoid doing, and I only wanted to search the areas that contain pictures, I'll leave it that as the first option, and I'll click on Continue. Okay, and this is a screen that you end up having, and as you can see, I don't have any pictures at all, since this is an account on the computer that I created for the first time. Now you have an option here to be able to sign in with your Google account, and what that does is it allows you to add the synchronization for your Google Plus account as well. So why don't I go ahead and sign in. So I'll put in my email address, type in my password. Okay, and as you can see, it's linked me into my Gmail account and to my Google Plus account. So when I'm ready to make the transfer of files, it'll be very easy. So as you can see, since there's nothing here, the first thing I'll obviously have to do is do an import. And I don't own a digital camera, but I do have a smartphone. So what I will do is I will enable my smartphone, and I'll be able to show it to you right here. So let me just log into my phone here, just like that. I'll just move this aside, and I'll say that I'm done. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to unlock here. Oh, not everybody knows my password, but that's okay because I could always change it on the fly as I need to. So here we are, just like we were the other day, where I was showing you how I could use this tool to be able to sync my iPhone with what I see on the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in my pictures folder the different pictures that I have available in my camera roll. And this is exactly where Picasa is going to be pulling images from. So for example, I just went around and took a few pictures of things around the house. So here's a keyboard. This is a picture of a poster my daughter and kids made the last time I saw them with my keyboard. More pictures here. So you can see I only have 10. You're also able to take pictures from off your iPhone. I don't know if you know this, but if you have a screen on your iPhone, you want to be able to take a picture of what you see, simply press the home button and the sleep button on the top right, and it's going to take a picture. And I'll be able to show you that here. Here's some produce from my garden, some pictures from the backyard, nice blue sky. And the last one I have here is a video that I just took around the house. So as you can see, unfortunately AirPlay will not allow me to play the video on the screen there, but that's okay. So let me just go back. Looks like I'm going to have to log back in there. So I'm going to ask it to resynchronize. Just give me another moment. There we go. Okay, we're back in business. All right, I'll just put this aside once again. So for example, if I wanted to take a picture of this home screen as is, all I do is I press both the home button and the button on the top right of my phone. You see that little flash. It took the picture, and when I look into my phone album here, my camera roll, I can see that this is a picture that I had taken from off my camera roll. Pretty neat, huh? Okay. So in order to make the sync, all I'm going to do is connect my cable that goes from the iPhone into the USB port of the computer. Okay, so it's done. And automatically it's going to give me the option of showing me all the different files and pictures that I have in that folder. So what we can do is we want to make sure that we exclude any duplicates, because if you have many different files, it might ask you to make copies of that, and in this case I don't want to. As you can see, as I turn on my phone, I have it automatically to load iPhoto, which is the native photo management tool for Mac, but since I want to avoid using this, and the reason being that if I'm using a photo library solely on my computer, then those images and photos will only be on my computer, and that's what I want to try to avoid doing. The difference with using a product like Picasa is that once I upload, it's going straight to the cloud. So I'll be able to manage and edit my photos there just as I would off my computer when working off the internet. So exclude duplicates, that's good. Then I have options down here to say where do I want to import my pictures to. So in this case, I can choose the folder that I want to use. The default is the pictures folder on the computer. But in this case, let's say I want to import these into a special folder on my desktop. So I'll go click on desktop. I'll create a new folder, and I'll call this folder class demo. Click on create. Okay, so now when I choose that folder, you can see that I have a class demo folder here. If I double click it, it's empty. And now I'm going to continue with importing those files. So the folder title, I can say, okay, well, we'll call this once again class demo. You can call it anything you want if you want, actually. And once it's finished copying those files from Picasa to this folder, from the phone to the folder rather, it's going to give me the option if I want to delete the copied files, if I want to leave everything on the smart card, or that's the on the phone, or leave it alone. In this case, I'll leave it alone and I'll choose to delete them from my phone at a later date. Okay, you could select the individual pictures that you would like to import by selecting that picture and then clicking on the import button. But since what I would like to do is to import all of them at the same time, I'm going to simply click on import all. Okay, and as it does that, it creates a folder here within Picasa that contains the date that I made the import on and the name of the title of the import that I had made from, if we go back here another step, where it says here folder title. So this is the title that I have here. So we could easily change it by double clicking it and call it something else if you wish and give additional descriptions, but we'll just leave it as it is like that. Okay. Now, if I want to pick a specific picture and share it, for example, with a friend on Google+, I would simply, for example, click on this photo, for example, click where it says here on the bottom, share on Google+, and then I can add a message, and I can say, I have the best kids in the world. Down over here, I can select which people I want to share this with. Now, I could share this with the public, which means if I leave it like that, it's going to be shared openly and publicly to everyone. If I don't put any sharing options here, then it simply uploads those files to my Google Plus folder, and it's as if it's a private folder with nobody being able to see them at all. But since I want to be able to show this one particular picture with people all around, I'll just say, let's make it to public. I can send email notifications if I wish, but I'm going to leave that unchecked. And then I go ahead and I click share. Okay, and then you're always given an option. Do you want to share this publicly? It'll be available for public search. Since, you know, I'm pretty sure that every time I do it publicly, I don't need to be reminded of this. I'm going to simply click the checkbox to say, do not warn me about this in the future. And I'll say upload. Okay, the uploading has been done. It is finished. And once that's done, I could click on View Online, and that's going to open up my Google Chrome browser and bring me straight into my Google Plus account. And as we can see, the picture is now part of my Google Plus account. So if I go, let's say here to my home page, if you're familiar with Facebook, you'll kind of get the idea of how that works. And you can see that here, it's been shared publicly. It gives the time. It also gives a hashtag so that anybody typing in hashtag kids will see that, hey, this is something that came up with kids. So let's come back here. And if anybody wants to leave a comment, they can leave their comments. If people like this, they can +1 this, and that shows you how many people liked it. Or if you want to share or repost this on your own page, you can go ahead and do that as well too. If I go ahead and click the picture itself, if I had faces in the photo, it would allow me to tag those people in the photo simply by clicking tag people. And if there's a face, you'll see that I'm given a circle and an option to go ahead and click on those faces and be able to tag them the same way that we tag people in Facebook. Okay, we're also able to edit the photo online on Google+. So to do that, I would simply click on the edit button. You can edit as much as you want. Okay, I got it. it opens up some editing tools. And then from there, I can go ahead and do a lot of different things, such as I can crop and rotate. So let's see what that does. So cropping puts these little brackets around the four corners of the picture where I can go ahead and select what portion of the image I would like to keep, and the grayed out part is removed. I could rotate the image simply by clicking and dragging this way. There's lots of different things you can do, but since I want to leave the picture as is, I'll just say cancel like that. We can get a little creative. We can go ahead and make the picture black and white. We can make it give it a vintage look. From here you have different options of the types of looks that you could add to it. Once again, your changes are not saved until you actually go ahead and hit the apply button. And you do have options to control brightness, saturation, and all sorts of different controls to give that picture a stylized look. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to click on Revert. When you click on Revert, it removes any changes that you did to the editing you did to the photo. So say, oops, there is something I didn't quite like. Let me revert back to the original. I would click that and it'll bring me back to the original image. But since I made no changes, you didn't see anything there. Okay, so I'm going to exit from this by clicking on Finished Editing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll come back here to my Picasa. Okay, I'll just say hide. And just to show you, you can do the exact same type of editing right online here with your Picasa account. So for example, let's say I want to bring in these tomatoes. I would double click it. And then I have these options here, the same ones that I had online, but I have them right here with my Picasa product. So if I wanted to crop, I would click on crop. I would say, okay, let's make a manual crop. If I wanted to focus just on the tomatoes like that, I can do this. And then here you're given the option to select what portions of the image you would like to focus on. You have different types of retouching. If you want to add, for example, text on this, I could type anywhere. So just by moving my mouse cursor anywhere here, I can start typing, and your typing text information is all here. So you can change the font, and these are the fonts that are given to you. They're pulled off from your computer. You can change the size, you can change the color, you can make the words transparent. So I'll go ahead and say these are, are my cherry tomatoes from this year's crop. Now, I could highlight this text. It's already highlighted, sorry, so I can change the size. Say if I wanted it a little bit bigger like that. But since it's not going to fit in the screen, I'll just leave it as 12. But it might be a little bit hard to see. So what I can do is find a location in my photo where it would stand out more. Or I can simply adjust the color. So by clicking on the color tab, I can go ahead and see which colors would fit best. I can select a color from the eyedropper tool that comes in here and see which one would stand out more. So perhaps something in the bright yellows would kind of come out there, so the kind of contrast there a little bit there with the green. Okay, I could maybe bold it to make it stand out a little bit more. The transparency, as you can see, lower down it goes, the more transparent it is. And this over here, let's see what this does. So this puts like a type of a what do you call it, a stroke of color around the text, so it kind of makes it stand out a little bit better like this. Okay, so let's say I'm satisfied with how this is. I will find a nice place to put it, like right down here. And if I'm satisfied, I say apply, and it's done. Okay, so other tools you have in here, you can change part of the lighting. You can change the color temperature. I'll let you go through on your own and pick out which types of editing you want to do with your photo. Remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You also have these presets, so that if you want to make it a sepia tone, or if you want to change the saturation a little bit, you can go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Heat map. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let's see what that does. Okay, so as we can see, colors can be arranged by their intensity of heat, from blue to red. So that's kind of interesting. Other things we can do here, we can do pencil sketching. So you can do this, and then you can perhaps change the radius of the pencil. If I go a little bit more, what does it do? So you can fool your friends and say, hey, this is something I did at home. I was bored and I decided to do some artwork and some drawing with my HB or my number 2 pencils, and impress your family and friends. Now, once again, all of this you can always save and then bring to your favorite photo developing store. You're able to do photo development online with Walmart, where you can select the pictures that you've edited, have them sent to the Walmart cloud, and then decide which Walmart store is the closest to you and have your pictures developed in about an hour. So it's pretty good. Gone are the days where we'd have to do picture editing and wait days or weeks to get results. You can do your pictures in the morning, have them sent out to, say, Walmart by mid-morning, and by lunchtime pick them up and you're ready to go. So I'm just going to go back here to the library. Okay. So exporting. If you want to export your picture, once again, I'd say select one. I could export this to a different size if I want to use the original size, or if I want to change the size and make it smaller. When you make it smaller, you lose a little bit of the quality of the picture, so that's not always fun. And adding a watermark is kind of cool, because you can do stuff like putting copyright, 2013, put the name of your company. So that your picture, when it's imported into your folder, let's see if we can blow that up. Has a watermark built in right there. So that's kind of useful if you want to make sure that your material is always contained as yours. Okay. Okay, so let's see if we could do anything here with people and faces. So real quick here, if I wanted to be able to pick out people's faces from here, I would go under Tools, select People Manager, and if I had any people within my picture that I wanted to add to my list, I would simply select them from that list. Let's see if I could find one with Melody. Okay, and then it will sync face tags with Google Plus Photos as well. I would click on OK, and then it would go and look for where I had already programmed those faces in a previous step, but that I'll try to save for another time. So another button I want to show you quickly here is the Sync to Web button. So by syncing to web, what this does is it uploads everything from my album to the Google Web, and I'll show you how that's done. I'll just say sync, and if I go here, I'll open up a new tab, and I'll go to Picasa Web. Here we go. So Picasa Web, as you can see here, I have a whole bunch of different pictures and artwork that I had from my Google Plus account. And what this allows me to do is allows me to see my albums on the web and share them with people who may not have a Google Plus account. But all this fun stuff I will try to save with you guys for another day. I just wanted to make this quick little video, and I hope that it was somewhat helpful to you. And as usual, if you have any questions or you like to be able to ask anything in particular, please feel free to send me an email right here at balmedia.ca. I'll bring you to my website. Where you'll always be able to contact me. If you just scroll down to the bottom here, just go ahead and click on customer service or general information, and it'll bring you to an option to send me an email via that way. So once again, I hope you found this information useful, and I thank you for having participated in my little web training session. Have a good day, everyone. Take care.